Hello students, today we will discuss about nutrition in animals. Nutrition in animals categorized in various sections, and for this purpose we have group of organs, and that organs are categorized in two groups. One is alimentary canal and second is helping glands. Nutrition in animals performed by the two group of organs. One is alimentary canal and second is helping glands. Alimentary canal is a long tube which variable in their shapes, and wherever variable their shapes, their names is also correlated. And it starts from mouth and terminates to anus. And each part of the alimentary canal is specialized for the particular functions. And helping glands like liver, salivary glands, and pancreas, gastric glands, that are specialized for the help the process of nutrition in human. Liver is the largest gland which some amount of digestion performed with the help of juices produced inside the liver. Pancreas produce pancreatic juice, gastric gland produce HCl, mucus and pepsin. So, nutrition in human categorized in two sections and helped by the alimentary canal and helping glands. And that divided in this section, when nutrition in animals is started, that performed by the taking food inside the body. Taking food inside the body, that is called ingestion. Whenever you take food inside body or your mouth, that is called ingestion. And ingestion, after that we chew food inside the human, there is a buccal cavity, and that buccal cavity covered by one teeth and three pairs of salivary glands, and that three pairs of salivary glands is specialized for the produce saliva, and saliva has salivary amylase or ptyalin, and that salivary amylase or ptyalin is specialized for the conversion of starch. Starch is a carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate, and convert it into the simple sugar, especially glucose. So, you can say the digestion starts from your mouth. Whatever digest, it is not matter, but digestion ultimately starts from your mouth. Second process is digestion. So digestion will start from your mouth. But what is digestion? Digestion is the process in which complex food material changes into the simple substances. Suppose that starch is a complex carbohydrate and it changes to the simple sugar, glucose. That changes is called digestion. So, carbohydrate change into the simple sugar, protein change into the amino acid, and fats change into the fatty acid. That conversion is called digestion. And for this purpose, you have alimentary canal and helping gland. After digestion, food is absorbed by blood, and that process is called absorption. When digested part of food taken by the blood, that is called absorption, and after taking food inside body, again it converts into the complex form. Suppose that glucose run inside the blood in the form of simple sugar. Whenever it is stored, that it again converts into the glycogen. Glycogen is a complex carbohydrate and it is stored inside liver and muscles. So there is a two organ which is specialized for the stored glycogen. One is liver and second is muscles. Whenever required, whenever you are in starvation, that glycogen again converted into the glucose, and that process always going inside your body, and that is called life process, and that is because of you stable on the earth. So it is called glycogen is the animal food storage carbohydrate, and starch is a plant food storage carbohydrate. So whenever food is stored inside the animals, that carbohydrate converts into the glycogen, and whenever plant store food, that is in the form of starch. So there is a difference between starch and glycogen. So after partially digested inside the mouth, food transfer into the stomach through esophagus. Esophagus is a long tube that connects mouth to stomach, and their wall is muscular, and muscular wall suppress the food item, and they produce some movements, and that movements is called peristalsis movements. So food is subjected to digest because of the physical and chemical action by the alimentary canal. So esophagus, there is no chemical release in the wall of the esophagus, but their muscular wall suppress the food and it convert the food into the small portion, and after that it reach on the stomach. Stomach is a special instance of their internal wall are specialized for containing some specialized gland or group of cells, and that group of cells release HCl, pepsin and mucus. HCl for the killing of bacteria or insect, accidentally or unknowingly you have take some amount of insect or bacteria or other germs, that is killed by HCl, hydrochloric acid, and that is released by the internal wall of stomach. And mucus, the protect the wall from the action of HCl. When action of HCl not performed inside the internal wall of stomach, so it protect. And pepsin convert protein into the amino acids. So digestion starts from your mouth as a carbohydrate digestion, and second is protein. Protein digestion start from your stomach. So pepsin is a such type of chemicals that convert protein into the amino acids, and conversion of protein into the amino acids that require pepsin, and pepsin only act in the presence of HCl. HCl help to action of pepsin. So these actions perform inside the stomach, and after that stomach food reach in the small intestine. The small intestine receive group of chemicals, and inside the small intestine liver is the largest and reddish brown glands which produce bile, and that bile has property to digest or help the digestion of fats because of the bile nature is basic, and that basic nature help to digestion of fat. And pancreas release pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice is such type of juice that help to digest all type of nutrients. Pancreatic lipase help to digest carbohydrate, and trypsin is such type of hormone which help to digest protein. And pancreatic lipase is the only one hormone that converts fats into the fatty acids, and that all the actions taken place in the presence of bile. Whenever food enter inside small intestine, that bile mix up and convert all the food from the acidic to basic, and that basic nature help to food to digest fats. Basic nature help to digest fats. So after reaching the small intestine, food almost digested, and digested part must be diffused inside blood vessels or blood. So after reaching half portions of small intestine, food is taken by blood vessel, and that is for absorption and travel to whole body. So all the nutrients absorbed inside small intestine, and after that food reaches the large intestine. Large intestine is special for storage of undigested food, and second portion of large intestine also help in the absorption of water and minerals, especially water and minerals absorbed by the large intestine, and nutrients absorbed by small intestine. After absorption of water and minerals, food is released from the body, and that process is called egestion. Egestion is the process when you release undigested food, and that also called defecation. So egestion is the such type of process you release undigested food from the body, and that is called egestion, and that is the complete process of nutrition in human.